I started drifting down in a bad depression because there was some time I was left alone in the house, and I just took out my pistol and I put it to my head and probably had about 3 pounds of a 5-pound trigger pulled. So I knew I was in a lot of trouble.
On the move! Call it! Shoot! On the move!
I've been blown up, shot at, and in a helicopter crash. And nothing out of all of those are compared to looking down the barrel of a 12-year-old's fastball the first time I got behind that plate.
So you, come on, runner. You're out. There you go. When I retired from the Marine Corps, my last tour of duty was with the Wounded Warrior Battalion at Camp Lejeune. And we had a lot of groups that came in and wanted to take veterans out and play golf. They wanted to take them on a fishing trip. And then it's done in a week. But what we wanted to do is create a vocation. And it started out as, we've trained umpires before. Now we're just going to bring veterans in, and we focused more on wounded veterans.
They ask me, what's the hardest sport to officiate? And I always say baseball, because you always have to make a call. Y'all chose the hardest sport to officiate.
The curriculum started out as a basic umpire school. If you had 5 days with somebody who was so green that didn't know anything about baseball, what would you want them to know?
My best friend is the instructor here, and he recommended the program.
You! Second base! Yes, sir!
And my wife and all of my family saw a tremendous difference in me when I came home. I was a lot more confident in myself.
Great job, Jeffrey!
I was not depressed anymore. I was enjoying things in my life again.
We give them free airfare. We give them free lodging. We give them about $1,500 worth of equipment to start their career as an umpire for free.
After a few years of taking my umpiring back home seriously, a lot of fellow umpires had said you need to go to a camp. I couldn't afford one. That's the truth. So these guys were very nice to invite.
Go through what we talked about real quick before you get some sleep, but that's how you build on it and get better. I'd say one of the things about this program, it saves lives. You know, when you talk about the suicide rate amongst our veterans, it's ridiculous.
I myself have struggled with anxiety to the point of I've even been committed to a facility, and the pills, the counseling, it just didn't work for me.
You know, one of the first questions when I got down here was, we still got everybody? And they still got everybody.
Every single day that I came to camp, I cried. And it wasn't crying because I felt remorse, it was crying because I finally felt connected.
They were just trying to fight the symptoms. And the only way they could fight them was with medication. And when you fight that with medication, you just feel numb. You don't even feel love. All right, fellas, welcome. This is SDI time. We built a playbook to where we could have this thing called SDI time, or senior drill instructor time. Whatever's said in here stays in here. Do you like to withdraw a lot? And are you the isolator? Are you the cynic?
I moved out of my house when I was 15. My parents were in and out of jail. And that's the big thing that prompted me to join the Army, was just to get the hell out of there.
The SDI time is what makes this camp extremely unique. It's a chance for the connecting and the healing to either end or begin.
On my first deployment, I was injured, so that caused a lot of internal conflict. But I'm grateful I found this umpiring stuff, because it's going to give me a purpose again.
What it comes down to is funding. Everything that goes into this camp costs close to $100,000. That's one thing that we struggle with every year in order to take care of these veterans.
I was so bad off, I had a pistol in my head. And out of the blue, I got a call from somebody in this organization.
The hair on my neck started to stand up. And I felt an overwhelming sense of, I need to reach out.
So thankfully did. So I wouldn't be here. So.
That's what true healing starts from.
This is a worthwhile cause, but it comes at a cost. It comes at a price. These guys served, they did their job, and we want to give back and we want to make this program go because these guys have overcome so much, and it's America's best.
When you come here, you're part of a huge family.
Let me get you back in the ring, bud.
Let's unite to save lives and combat veteran suicide head on. The Wounded Warrior Umpire Academy isn't just a program, it's a lifeline. Donate now and join me in making a real difference for our veterans.